Same dreams, different destinies, same environment. Okay, why only a few people will make it amongst us most times? All right. This message is not for you if you're a politician's son that is not ambitious, nepotic baby, Tinubu blamers. I hate my father. My mother is a witch. My mother-in-law betrayed me. Donald Trump ruined my life. I'm broad. I would have made it. No, no, no. Complain, complain, complain. This is for those that say I own my destiny. Okay, my destiny is in my hands. Okay. When we look back at life, think about when you were 21, 2021. Remember, you had a dream. Everyone had a dream. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a pilot. I want to rise and fly planes all over the world. I'm going to be a top model. I'm going to be a politician and make change in society. I'm going to rob a charity because I don't like how children are suffering. I'm going to build the first car. All kinds of things. Fast forward to 10, 15, 20, 30. Some of my own cases, 20, 30 years later. What happened? And you bring all together. What is success really? Success is this realization of a worthy ideal. So it's not really money per se, realization of a worthy goal. There was this girl in our class that we used to call her Sister Mary, we've always known. But she's a top convent. She finished, she went to university, studied English, and went into a convent school. She's a sister. She has risen, she has lived in Italy, she has gone to almost all the Catholic parishes. That is excellent success. There's a friend we used to call young prof. Guess what? He became a professor maybe at 39. That's success. Sometimes not just money. Success is the realization of a worthy ideal, worthy goal, that target that you set. Now, so what happened from that guy that had a dream of being on a billboard, that person that said, I'm going to be a successful policeman, I'm going to be a businessman? What happened? Why do we all start the same and ends the life goes dreaming? I'm just going to list a few things, okay? The first one is illusion of equality. Equality is an illusion that we all think. Yeah, you see, life may start us on the same line, same parents, same dream, same classroom, same teacher, okay? But life is not equal. How do I put it? It's not about who shouted loudest in the room. Um, it's about who keeps running when the noise stops. Distractions, responsibility, disappointment, they start to test us in life. Okay, many years ago, I used to do importation with my friend, and we used to bring things from China, we sell. So I used to go and pick it up somewhere at Maza Maza, not Maza Maza, the Express. Okay, where these transporters are. That's where the importer's office is. And one day I couldn't go, so I asked him to use his own vehicle. He used Danfo, and this Danfo they put jerry can. They put jerry can of fuel and they suck directly. And to cut the long story short, my van got burnt. And the guy's band were burnt and burnt all my goods, all that I invested money, all the goods. And that seemed like the end of our life for me. And my mother said it was spiritual, the enemies, the why am I having this misfortune? And I told my mom that if they should blame him, they should blame me that I had a vehicle, I had a Sienna that normally carries things for me, that you should lie me down and flog me 24. There is nothing, she should stop all that. She made all kind of congestion. But the one story that I'm saying that we got over it. It was a tough period for us. Now, I had a friend who had almost similar issue but not born. He lost some good. He has not recovered till now because he kept going back and referencing that issue. So it's about going to the next topic I'm talking about. Mindset and belief. Misfortune befalls everybody. Likewise, the way joy comes into everybody. There's a song that goes that when you're celebrating, remember some people are mourning. At your time of mourning, there are people that are celebrating. That life is a cycle. Misfortune will go around all of us. Likewise, luck and opportunity comes around all of us. The thing is that we only notice the misfortunes. How about when goodness comes to you? Are you positioned to receive it? Okay. The first difference is about mindset. Norman Bisenfeld made a statement and said, when you expect the best, your mindset releases intentions of the best coming to you. But when you always expect the worst, Nigeria no go ever good, for you to make am na scam. You keep living those words. Nobody will don't make am will be clean way. All rich people are dubious. Then you're going to be in that. You're going to be a poor person. Even when I didn't have, when I sit with my friends those days, and they're saying every rich man na crook. And I'll tell them a lie, every rich man no be crook, me I no be crook. And they'll conk me on the head and say, you get money. What do you know about that? I've never supported that side of town. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there are lots of people are evil, lots of people are negative, lots of people are dubious, lots of people are crooks. It's true. But not every rich man is a crook. Get that, okay? So if you think you can or if you think you cannot, you're right on the same. Many of us think I can. Nigeria can never be good. No good things comes out of here. You know, that word, no good things comes out of Nigeria, it must be dodgy. You see, winners always expect to win, even when they're losing temporarily. They'll tell you, I will lose. Go and watch UFC fighters. Both super weights, both 21 fights, zero loss. 21 fights, zero loss. And they meet. What mindset do you think two of them come in with? They come in with, I'm beating that guy. But one wins. But the one that lost doesn't mean he didn't have a mindset that he was going to win. So, but it just means that, okay, this is a temporary. You see, they see failure as a feedback, not final. Many of us see, oh, my life has finished. No. And others, the moment things get tough, they start saying, maybe it's not meant for me. And life listening, whatever you constantly expect, you eventually attract. Maybe it's not for me. I can't make it. I didn't graduate. I'm a single mother. I'm a black person. There is racism. Only a white person gets promoted in this office. My father was poor. I didn't go to school. All kinds of excuses. And when the excuses finish, they go and start searching for more excuses. Searching, carrying the bed up. They no more open the cupboard. We keep searching for excuses. No. That takes me to the fourth one, habits and discipline. What are your habits? Okay, dreams are free, but discipline is not. That's the price. Every millionaire, every successful people you see, not even financial millionaire, in every field, had a consistency, had a success story you admire. They had one thing in common, consistency. You must be consistent. They keep doing those boring things, those things that are not attractive. They work when others are partying. They build when others are talking. They are planning. When others are sleeping. They were reading and learning, trying and trying again. They failed. That is what separates the winners. A lot of misfortune falls on us. Okay. Now I see Nigerians, and there's a lady we used to go and buy food from. She does very good local food, and sometimes she does rain falls, she doesn't come. I buy things for, oh, my Oga, my children never chop, you give. Rain fall, it doesn't chop. She doesn't come to work. Public holiday, she doesn't come to work. I want to tell you another thing. You've heard about that story about Yaloja said they should close markets. How many times have you seen a bank or MTN or those who shut down? It happens with the poor people. How can you close a whole market because somebody fell ill? The best you can do, give the person a moment of silence. I used to always say that. You hear them saying things like naming ceremony for a reason, they don't come. Iyaloja said they should close, they won't come. And start using words like, I can't kill myself. Really? It's for those that are not winning. It's a winner that says he can't kill himself because he's winning. Okay? Number 4 is risk and sacrifice. Many of us can't take. I remember we can't take risk. All right? We always, I remember when many years ago, some people want something, but they don't want to take the risk. Okay, somebody came and met me. He have 3 cars and he's struggling. A friend of mine, no job. And I told him, go sell the cars. Sell all, and buy a small Corolla. And he said, me? How can I drive Corolla? Do I look like an Uber driver? Okay, this was about 4 years ago. I said, in fact, go and start Uber to give you a residual income so that from there you go back to that thing that you were struggling with. Guess what? He said, never. He can never, instead of him to do Uber, he will eat sand. That's arrogance and ego. They are lazy in the name of arrogance. Most people are lazy. Okay? Chapter 4 is number 5 is adaptability. Many of us don't want to adapt to new skill. It's either you grow or you die. You must evolve. What I told about when we were struggling with our one of our businesses, an online business, we're using the old method from no, people were doing landing pages, people were doing website, people were doing direct messages. We're not doing that. We're finding that before we got to the customer, they've gotten to the person. Okay, so one of the reasons that people pray is that we do not evolve. It's either you evolve, you die. You're unemployed, you're not picking a skill, you're not doing anything that will improve you, you're still stuck in Word and Excel. No. You can't. You can't excel that way. You must put. So on a reflection, influence. Okay. Um, it's always said. Jim Rohn said it. I think Norman Vincent Peale, you are an average of people you hang around with. I can't stop saying that. Most of us are We have more loyalty to friends than our destiny. Okay, you're with a friend who has not moved on, who has not improved, and you're still hanging due to loyalty. Maybe something, a favor he did to you many years ago. You're not a politician. The only people that pretend are politicians. Don't pretend with your children's destiny, with your own life. Okay, they are too loyal to their friends. That you know, characters that you have at 21 should not be what you're having at 30, because your goals are different at each time. Your goals are different at each time. You have different focus, different dreams. What you're pursuing at the age of 18 is different from what you're going to be pursuing at 40. It's like when you're playing penalty, there's a ball, and that ball is your goal. Nothing but that, to kick that ball. Okay? I had a friend I've not seen for many years. So he now told me, which I don't have the time, that we should all meet. No time, but I just said, okay. And when I met them, they were still dealing with the things we talked about in the past. Oh, remember that babe we used to like? A little bit of that I fair, no, but that's not our priority. I had loans that I couldn't sleep at night. And I come, you're talking about, remember that your girlfriend? And I looked at it, that when I was leaving, I paid your transport to leave. That means you've not. So after that, I didn't come back. I didn't even bother to reach out to them. I'm not saying I'm holier than them, but those are not the kind of friends I need at that moment. Those are not the kind of directions I want to give. They said when I was a child, I did childish things. Now that I've grown, I've changed my ways. That's it, plain and simple. So many of us have more people you're surrounded, more loyalty to people. Another one, the people that you marry. Whoever you marry is determines a lot about your destiny. Who you marry determines the life you live, determines how you die. If you die at old age, miserable, happy, or with a companion that you left behind, and know that you give a good shot at life. Choose who you marry, determine the kind of children you give, especially women. It affects women even more. Who you marry, determine that. List the things that you want in a man. Now, no, or woman, nobody has everything. Nobody has everything. But pick those key things that matter. If you meet a man that humanizes before marriage, it's tough for you to change the person when you're married. If you meet a woman, men don't change when they marry. It's women that change when they marry. So you ask yourself, this guy smokes, he drinks, he humanizes, or whatever it is. Your question should be, can I cope with this when I get married? Not I'll change him. You can't change nobody. So that's on friends. So like I'm always saying, um, life has its decision. I remember one of my old classmates, brilliant guy, he used to say, I'll be the first to buy a private jet. I'll be the first to buy a private jet in school. Today, he barely survives. There's another quiet one in our class who doesn't talk. He used to sit at the back of the class. Today, he's running a company, a tech company in South Africa with more than 300 staff. So life gives us different things. I have a friend that's a nephrologist, highly focused young man, successful doctor in Texas. Same background, different stories. All right. So it's not how we think, it's how we act and how we grow. All right. So on a closing, your mindset is very important. If you're a young person, your mindset is very important. Be intentional about life, what you want. Be aware that you're going to fail. Yes, those are testing. You'll be aware that you're going to fail. Many years ago, my son had something that he wasn't happy, he was crying. I told him I'm glad it happened to him now because more of that is in front. He survived it. Sometimes our failures prevent us from the bigger ones in front. All right, so that's what I'm. So I just want to tell you that change your thoughts, change your action, and you watch your life change. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam. I'm not perfect. I'm just sharing life journey. Leave a comment what you think you're changing, you need to change, or what you're working on. But no matter the age, whether you're 18, whether you're 80, whether you're 70, whether you're 30, life is a journey. Have a beautiful day.